It's Tuesday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Tokwe Mark Odige, and with me as usual are my co-host YK's in the building.
Yo. Good morning.
I like the blue. It's a soft, like the way you get from pink, you get it from blue. Shade of blue.
The same shade of pink, and I know what you're talking like that.
Yes, that just gives this baby girl.
Yeah, and you're wearing a crop top.
At your age, please, you don't play with YK. Don't play. At your age, don't play. At your age,
you can wear a crop top. Who am I? Who am I? No, it's flat. It's flat.
I know. It's the hottest.
Something for you to cinch at this age.
There's a level. There's nothing amazing that cinching cannot do.
I'm telling you.
For you to cinch, and we are seeing this, you have worked very well. Take your flowers.
Take your flowers.
Give it to you.
Thank you.
Why are you looking at?
Why are you minding this?
What's going on? How are you doing?
When he does this belly thing, just
he humbles you like. Where is the belly?
I don't tire. No, as I have not seen anything. Let me just try balance that. How are you? You sound tired.
Am I? Trying to get back on the exercising in the mornings, and I walked yesterday, walked today. I'm feeling myself like we're doing the work. Let's see how long. This is new January. Everybody starts new resolution January. So
I don't do that, man.
I don't.
My year starts actually from end of March to April. That's when my year
your
starts.
birthday.
Yes, that's when
that's a new year.
That's the real new year. When the earth is awakened, the sunrise, the plants, everything is blooming. Now things are dead. Things are cooking. So yes.
Fantastic. Let me be cooking. How are you?
I'm fine. So I've been binging on The Real Housewives.
Which one?
The different franchises. So I started with, I had done Nigeria because they are my people. So I always do Nigeria. I finished the season. Then I did a bit of Abuja, but then something else caught my eye, and I started with Durban, the housewives,
South Africa.
The Real Housewives of Durban, yes, South Africa. And I realized that we women, we have issues. Like women are the same all over the world. Theirs started quite calm and everything. I was thinking maybe there's something they always say that Nigerian women are very violent. Maybe they are right. All of a sudden, when the thing peaked, I say, we're the same all over the world. And I was asking myself, is it possible to have a group of women without, little bickerings?
I wonder how you would do. How you would do.
I want to be seen on a Real Housewife,
right?
You would give us drama.
I would give drama, but I would do well. So because I'm a lot more mature now. When I was younger, we had our own.
10 years ago.
We had our own type of reality shows like the beauty pageants. They used to keep us for like 3 weeks. Hey, I did a couple of them across Nigeria. At that time, I would have been toxic because I did not have sense. I mean, I was just fighting everybody. But now, with maturity, what I've seen about life, I would behave well. I would behave better than I would have, without.
In these days.
Yeah, but I asked the question: is it possible to have women together without this jealousy, this competition, and we all lie that is not there? But when you put people together and put
I don't think it's about women. I think it's about life generally, even between men. Even it's human beings. It is a level of maturity that you have to manage the emotions. Can I ask you
this question then? Why don't they do Real House husbands?
That is
the Real husbands.
Honestly, Auntie Annie, that is it's
so that we see.
Yes, because it makes it look like women are the problem. We're not the problem. On the show Your View today, we are calling out all the people producing Real Housewives. We want to see the real men, real men of Lagos.
Yes,
they are gossiping too.
We'll
take a break.
Real husbands.
When we come back, we go through the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back. We're starting the front page review with the Nation major headline. Alleged terror financing. DSS arrest ex-AGF Malami. Ex-minister collaborator remains abroad. We have the picture story of Sanwo-Olu signs 4.4 trillion naira 2026 budget. How assailants killed mother, 6 children in Kano by neighbors. Then, YPDP secretariat remains locked by FCT police. CBN, banks raised lending to firm households in Q4 2025. The arrest trial for criminal defamation begins on Thursday. Abdurrasak Emir Sarki, others mourn Ilorin chief imam. Kano governor firms up APC defection plans. And Nigeria ready for front seats in global economy. There's another picture of President with Governor Yusuf yesterday. I think it has to do with the campaign process. Final story in the paper, INEC excludes PDP, SDP candidates from Ekiti 2026 final list. So what story are we starting with?
I didn't see the Ilorin chief imam's story, my vibrant journal. But I saw the major headline. The DSS picks up Malami over terror financing. Okay. The DSS yesterday picked up the former Minister of Justice just as he finished, perfecting his bail conditions, and as he was stepping out of Kuje, they were waiting for him. According to the Nation had reported that, while EFCC was investigating him for the 8 billion naira diversion that he was being investigated for, himself, his son, and some other persons, they came across a stash of ammunition and arms in his Benin Kebbi mansion. And so because of that, of course, they handed over the ammunitions and arms to the DSS, who then continued an investigation into his into terror financing, because one of his cohorts is a collaborator, is also an ex-minister who is now on their watch list. They said he had set up base outside the country to attack the country from outside. And they, while conducting this investigation, they discovered that they were working together to bring terror attacks into the country. I hope this is not another Dasuki case on our hands, but they've arrested him now, so he was going to be interrogated for any possible collaboration. But allegedly, this is what they're doing. Legendary.
Yeah, so I have this very, it's a boring story, CBN, but let me try and see how I can make it a little bit interesting. So access to credit finance for households and companies improved according to the Central Bank of Nigeria. That's the CBN report for quarter last year. They said the banks increased lending to meet higher demand for loans for mortgages, overdrafts, inventory, and capital investment. Now, the fourth quarter 2025 credit condition survey, that's the CCS report, released yesterday by the CBN, indicated increase in demand, supply, and approval for loans across personal and corporate credits. Now, the survey, which covered a 3-month period, ended December 31st, 2025, was coordinated by the Statistics Department of the Economic Policy Directorate of the CBN. It's a lot of data here, but what they said that caught my attention is said that banks were willing to offer lower interest rates to most corporate borrowers, but rather increase the lending rates to unsecured and secured lending rates to households. So households got theirs increased. They offered lower to corporates. At the end of the day, the data they have showed that many people were not able to pay back. The default rates were very high, especially with the corporates that they had lended money to. And you know how these percentages go. So sometimes you get loan from bank as a business, your business is not meeting up to, and you're not able to pay back. So they are looking to review it. Maybe they will have to reduce the rate. I don't know how they're going to do it, but a lot more people actually need loans to be able to do better. But our interest rates are crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, are you the one that took the story of assailants?
Yes, I did. I took the story. This happened in, oh my gosh. This happened in Tiranchi, Doraya area of Kano. It was this lady and her 6 kids. The guy who was telling the story, his name is Malambala Abubakar. He was a neighbor. He said he heard this loud scream. So he was undressing to have his bath. He quickly put on his clothes and rushed out. And when he got out, all other neighbors too had gathered. They went to go and try to save. They heard the lady Fatima screaming, Umar, don't kill me, don't kill me. But by the time they all got inside, the assailants had run away, and they met, what they saw was terrible. All the 6 children, all their lifeless bodies, blood everywhere.
Oh no.
It was very, 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 very sad story. The husband had gone to the market. So they started looking for the assailants. They found one in a toilet. So they arrested him. So, you know, according to Muslim rites, they had to bury before the sun went down. Some of the assailants were
around during the...
at the funeral. They went to go and watch. Yeah, at the funeral. But they didn't know that detectives were following them. So Umar actually apparently was the nephew of the man. They haven't said why
he did it.
He did it, but they've arrested, I think, 3 of them. They've arrested a number of them. They've arrested, Umar Awalu, 23, Isiaku Yakubu, 40, and Yakubu Abdulaziz, 21. All of them from Kano.
Yeah, the evil has always been with us, honestly. So
I would like to know what prompted. Did you see the picture? Did you little kids
that were killed?
That were killed.
The kind of evil to be in a human being to do that kind of thing.
And the girl she was only 30. Her first child was 17.
Really, really young. Jeez. Moving on to the punch. Oh my God, we cannot do that calculation. That means the first child was punch. Amnesty deal. Major headline. Outrage mounts as Katsina moves to release 70 bandits. Tinubu told to stop release of bandits on trial. And then we have the banks record rising loan defaults amid strong demand. That's from BC already took that story. DSS arrest Malami. Nima took that story. Ekiti poll, SDP, PDP reject exclusion from INEC final list. And the job scam syndicates luring Nigerians into Ukraine-Russia war. Military discovers Boko Haram underground storage field dump. Kano governor meets Tinubu amid defection talks. And federal government votes 10 million naira for Abuja runway after scrapping the 532 billion naira deal. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll continue with front page review. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Whenever man pikin gets pain for back, I dey collect 2 tablets of Panadol Extra.
Now hope
they carry us.
Even when wahala dey choke, we stand gidigba.
Hope they waka with us for downfall.
It dey gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit e no fit scatter.
Hope na that pikin where they read ABCD and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama wey dey fry akara, wey see the reason say
tomorrow go soft for am.
Naija, your freedom na promise.
Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments, just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement,
2 voices, 2 views, standing apart,
or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect.
Welcome back. We're still reviewing the papers. Okay, you have a story in Punch, or who is taking the Ukraine story,
I have
please?
the Ukraine story.
Ah.
We have to be careful. Careful out
So
there.
Nigerians are going to fight war they don't know about
We have
now.
to be very careful. So this, visa and immigration syndicates are deliberately sending Nigerians to the battlefield in Russia, particularly. So they have this follow story from the Punch. They followed 2 Nigerians, one Bankole and one Oloko, who wanted to go outside the country to Europe for greener pasture. Syndicate told them they were going to start a security job in Europe, Russia particularly, and he sent them. They got there, they found the Russia counterpart saying that they came to fight war, insisting that they sign a contract to join the war. It's a long read, but it's a very interesting one. Fortunately, this Nigerian who met another Nigerian who was an Amotekun official in Nigeria, and he thought, okay, Amotekun no pay well, I'm going to join the security outfit that pays well. Imagine they say the security outfit will pay them $1,500 monthly, and comparing it to any salary anywhere in the world, you're gonna jump on it. And so they jumped. And when they got there, found they were in the battlefield. The Nigerians refused to join. In the story, 2 of them refused to join, and they found their way back home. Fortunately for them, but they paid through their nose. They paid $500 at one point. They paid another $500 at another point to get out of the deal. And their passports were seized, but they found ways to pay additional money to get them back home. And, once they got here, they shared the story. And, of course, they're following the story in the Punch on how they end up there. Somebody who was making $500,000 monthly here was, among them. And he went, and it's just a sad thing. 3 other Nigerians, one Kenyan and one Sudanese, Africans, who they met there, were killed in the war. Yes, and
even the Ukrainians, they are now running away because they are drafting them by force, by fire. So they are going through serious. A lot of them die.
God will not let us see war. We have not seen what we are saying we can fight.
No, we can't.
Because when a war is, everybody is an opportunity.
Your 16-year-old son, if they catch him,
they enlist them. All the men.
But at least we're giving awareness to people so that they don't start thinking they want to go and do a security job. Don't go and do a security job outside the country because you might be drafted into war.
Don't do any job, particularly Russia. Be careful on how you
Prominent social political organizations, including Afenifere, Arewa Consultative Forum, Ohaneze Ndigbo, the Middle Belt Forum, and others have expressed outrage over a plan by Katsina State government to release 70 bandits as part of measures to patch up a floundering peace pact with bandit leaders. The group had separate interviews with the Punch, and they described the move as reckless and a danger to national security, calling on the federal government to halt the provocative action. Also, religious and community leaders in Katsina State voiced strong opposition to the proposed amnesty for the bandits, and they described that this is a grave threat to the state. Katsina, they say, is dealing with a surge in bandit attacks with over 1,500 civilians killed between 2021 and 2025. Recently, the state government approved the release of 70 suspected bandits as part of peace deal with the armed group. The move had sparked controversy. Critics are arguing that this actually undermines justice and emboldens the criminals to continue. They said they couldn't confirm, that's the paper now, Punch, whether the bandits had been released or not after one of the correspondents had visited the office of the Katsina State Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General to confirm if the bandits were still in custody and verify the authenticity of the alleged documents, including signatures reportedly linked to the release of the suspects. But, ministry officials had declined talking about it or commenting on the issue. They were not confirming, they were not denying the allegation. So many Nigerians, experts, security experts are condemning the move, say this is just about impunity, and the governor does not have any right to release bandits and get into negotiations. I know we've talked about this over and over, that may not be the right way to handle the issue of terrorism and banditry, because it seems like it's emboldening them. They are making more money. It's now business for them. So if they hold the government to ransom, somehow money will come out, and we need to find better ways to really
them, they kidnap our people and they do a
deal with these people.
Okay, what story do you have?
The troops of the Operation Hadinkai have uncovered an underground Boko Haram logistics storage facility. It was stocked with medical supplies, fuel, and other critical materials. They discovered it after overrunning several terrorist enclaves in the Timbuktu Triangle of Borno State. This information was given to us by the officer of the Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai, Lieutenant Colonel Uba Sani. He told this to the press on Monday, and he says under the Operation Desert Sanity, it resulted in the destruction of several camps. So according to the military, they have destroyed several camps. They have uncovered their underground enclaves and degraded their logistical and operational capabilities of the Boko Haram and ISWAP elements operating in the axis.
So I was very curious about the Abuja second runway, because they've been complaining about our aviation sector that our airports can't take big planes. So whenever you fly to Nigeria, if you are taking 2 flights, the one that comes to Nigeria they would use a smaller kind of plane because we can't take a bigger one. So the Abuja runway is a project that they are supposed to do since like 2009, estimated at 64 billion naira then. Then as of 2023, the cost had risen to 90 billion. But by 2025, the cost was projected to be 532 billion naira.
It is expensive every day.
The ballooning was ballooned. So there's been controversy around the contract being awarded, the budget money being released, only for the Minister of Aviation, Minister Festus Keyamo, allocated just 10 million naira for the project in 2026 budget. What would 10 million naira do in this project? I don't know. But it's a bit worrisome, because we shouldn't put what will not be enough to do what we need to do. It won't get done. Moving on to Daily Sun, major headline: pandemonium, gunshots as contractors lock out minister. Resume protest over 4 trillion naira unpaid debts. Then controversy trails abduction of 100 worshippers in Kaduna Church. Army denies mutiny threat report over salaries and allowances. Nigeria records 150,000 naira. I just like money too much. Nigeria records 150,000 sickle cell births yearly. Or your foundation
there was
ones.
no naira inside that.
I just read money. Okay. Man cries out over murder of twin sons. Nephew burning of house over control of oil well. FCTA workers strike. Lock gates over pension. Exam failures. Intimidation. Others. Wike counters. Insists 10 out of 14 demands met, says action unnecessary and ill-motivated. Okay, so there's this sad story about man crying out over murder of twin sons.
He's a native of Ukugba.
Which area?
Obiaku. Don't worry. Imo State. Okay. It's your language, so you'll be able to tell me, pronounce it for me, but please forgive me. He's cried about the gruesome murder of his 2 sons. He's accusing somebody called Sixtus Chinenye Odinaka and his gang members. They are all from the same community. He said the gang members of the suspect were a beneficiary of the amnesty granted to militants by Governor Rochas Okorocha administration. They have been threatening his family, and then they killed the first son in February, or the 7th of February 2025, and then he now he's alleging that they killed his first son. Then they now threatened him that all this one that he's doing, they will kill the second son and he will use his head to drink palm wine. That now on the 12th of September 2025, he surfaced again and murdered his second son, second twin son, and he had warned him that he will use the head to drink palm wine. They beheaded him, Sha. So he said he actually,
because of oil.
Those things
he says he had been evading arrest, but the police have caught him. So he is even thanking the police, but he wants to know what's happening. They caught him trying to escape through the Cameroonian border. So they've brought him back and he's on arrest. But he's saying, please.
Country. So many, okay, you're taking so many heavy negative news. So we need to.
Is it not inside your paper?
So we have the major headline in the Sun.
Yes.
So all indigenous Contractors Association of Nigeria yesterday picketed Ministry of Finance singing, how many people government go kill? So they prevented the Minister of State for Finance from entering, Doris Azuka Anite, from entering into the ministry. Even when the security tried to forcefully, gain entrance, they block them. They said until that their demands are met. They're talking about 4 trillion naira allegedly owed to this association. They said they have delivered on all these contracts and that there was budget for the money, appropriation for the money in the budget of 2024 and 2025 budget, and that till now they've not been paid.
Released.
That they are also accusing federal governments of reneging on their agreement with them. She had mentioned that there will be payment if they submit a list of contractors who have completed their projects and they don't have any left over. But even after that submission of that list, there was nothing that was paid, and they're saying the next level is to to collapse, according to them, or to hold the economy to ransom. So we're hoping that they take it. This is, for me, as far as I'm concerned, this is a huge embarrassment.
It is.
You see your story?
Do we have time?
Yeah, we can take it quickly.
Okay. So I wanted to quickly just do the one on health in the Tribune.
Okay.
Yes, so a consultant and neurologist, Dr. Temitope Farombi, has raised the alarm over the growing burden of brain diseases in Nigeria, warning that the country lacks essential drugs, rehabilitation facilities, and preventive strategies to tackle such diseases effectively. Dr. Farombi, consultant at the University College of College Hospital, UCH Ibadan, and founder of Brain Center Neurological and Rehabilitation Services, spoke during activities that was marking the first anniversary of the Brain Center in Ibadan. That was launched in January 2025. They said it's a one-stop facility for neurological and rehabilitation care. The Brain Center has created more than 160 neurological cases within its first year, reflecting the growing burden of brain-related conditions in the country. According to him, he said many neurological disorders affecting Nigerians are largely preventable, yet government policies and healthcare investments remain focused on treatment rather than prevention.
That's what we can take on Front Page Review. We also are recording more sickle cell. Nigeria is number 1 in sickle cell. 150,000 births every year. Even as the information is here, we're not doing enough. But let's spread the information. When we return from the break, we continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to eSplash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Alpha. I know that.
I go shoot can for you.
You already know, guys. eSplash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's eSplash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices
refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Now hope.
They carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we stand gidigba.
Hope they waka with us for downfall.
They gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit in no fit scatter.
Hope. Now that pikin where they read ABCD
and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope. Now the mama where they fry akara, we see the reason say
tomorrow go soft for her.
Naija,
your freedom na promise.
Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We cash. The game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement,
two voices, two views, standing apart,
or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect.
Sound, are you ready?
And the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So yesterday, a tanker overturned at Tincan Liverpool Bridge in Apapa, and despite the risk, residents were seen rushing to scoop its contents from beneath the bridge. Sadly, this isn't the first time we're witnessing scenes like this across the country. So ladies, what do you think is behind the growing trend of desperation? Can we call it desperation, or should we call it hustling? Is it poverty, or should we call it greed? How do we put a stop to things like this from happening? Is it worth the risk? Because we've seen fire incidents happen from things like this as well. So I'd like us to have a conversation regarding this. You can join the conversation by calling us on 020-1635-2012, or you can call us on 020-1635-2011. Tweet to us, #YourViewTVC at TVC Connect. We'd like to read your tweets. We're also streaming on YouTube right now, and we'd love to hear from you. Now, this isn't funny at all. When I saw the video, I was like, is it diesel or is it petrol?
No matter.
I was like, what exactly is going on? Like the crowd, somebody carried a basin on his head, like I'm going there to go and collect as it's pouring down, without the risk of maybe something would spark it and it will catch fire. And I feel like we've educated ourselves enough. Like everybody knows how risky this is. But why do you think people will still put their lives at risk to go into doing things like this?
You see, I want to take this story from another angle. So I'll let the ladies go first.
Okay.
Because my angle is totally different.
All right. Okay.
You don't even know our angle, Seth.
I am sure that my angle is different from your own.
Okay.
You want to
this
go
whole thing, there's no other name for it. Only. Most of this, they are just only Ajibole, thief, barawo, that's all. Because I don't understand how we've made it a thing that whenever somebody is suffering a loss, it's our gain. Even at the risk of losing our lives. Whenever I see these videos, so I pass that particular place in the mornings on my way to work. When I saw the video yesterday at my office, I paused work. I just imagine innocent people coming down the bridge and walking into an explosion because of the activities of these people around this fire. What would have been their fate? Just badly behaved Nigerians, constantly letting poverty take over their mentality all the time.
Yeah.
There's no amount of food. I used to hear my parents say this thing when I was small. They say, no go fit if give pikin chop. It didn't make sense. When I saw this video yesterday, the first thought that came is, you know, those saying those days when my parents would say it and say, I beg, go inside. No matter what was happening in Ojolegba those days, they would lock us up in the room. We're not allowed to take anything. See, we moved out of that area. We were not allowed to take any free bazaar that was happening under the bridge at Western Avenue. It was not allowed, my house. And I saw a mother scooping with a bucket into a bowl, standing right there at the risk of losing her lives. As in any second, one explosion, you just might not get home to the children for whatever justification you came there to scoop that for.
Yeah.
And that fuel did not belong to you. That's the point. It's not like my market they throw away. I want to go pack and make it no loss. Make it for no loss. Just want to go see somebody else's thing. It wasn't like your thing was badly was wasting. It's not your water was leaking. It's not your fuel that was pouring.
It's another person's.
No.
It's painful. I think this has become a cycle. It's not just a matter of hardship anymore. It's moved into a cycle, and it's now become a social behavior that is formed out of hardship. We need to understand the psychology behind this, because it's not today we started talking about this. We have been talking about it. We have been warning people. People have seen evidence of people going to school field or diesel and dying, but they still go. So there's a psychology behind it. So for me, it's what I would call survival economics. People would survive anyhow, especially when life feels like it's choking them. When people are now getting to a point where they are choosing between danger and hunger, danger starts to look reasonable. And that's what's happening. So nobody is there calculating, if fire sparks, how will I survive? They are calculating, what do I get out of this? Because of where they are mentally. And it is what the society has enabled with all the system failures that we have. So we cannot blame them in isolation. It's society that has bettered this, right? And there's a saying that when life feels cheap, people spend it easily. In our country, life is now cheap. So nobody is paying attention to how do we preserve life. Because the first question I'll ask, let's take for instance, and I know I always call the Obodo Ibo of A. It's not my fault. We like to copy them in many things, but we don't copy them in the things that we are expected to copy them. The things that will serve us, we don't copy them. What happens most times is when this incident happens, the first people to get there are the public. That's not how it's supposed to be. In a developed country, or we're developing by grace of God, I believe Nigeria is developed, as far as I'm concerned. The first responders to those incidents are the officials who are supposed to handle it. So they get there first and they cordon off the area. So you don't see, you think if you allow the Oyibo people, they will not behave like we are behaving. They will. But their systems keep them in check, because human beings have the same tendency to be the same all over the world. But when you have, that's why we have laws, we have rules, we have regulations. When you have those, we have systems, they keep us in check. That's why we have laws and rules, to keep us in check, because everybody has that animalistic tendency to behave anyhow. So if we have our officials, when this incident happens, somebody is calling, The officials are the first responders to get there, and they cordon off the area. Nobody dares to cross or push a policeman to go and carry something. So it's also as a result of system failure, aside from the fact that hardship has made danger you'll not be negotiating with danger. Should I? You won't even argue, should I go, should I not? This one makes more sense. You are not thinking, yes.
Your life is not worth much, so
it's not
just
worth more, so it's cheap, so you can spend it anyhow. So we need to hold ourselves accountable. We need to hold the government accountable. We need to hold the people accountable by also giving stiff penalties. You come there, you catch people, you flog them. Since they don't want to listen. You cannot allow someone to open their eyes and enter danger if you're from a mindset, a superior mindset, let me put it that way, where you understand the dangers of what the person is doing. You get there as a security official, you flog them. Flog them very well, catch the people that you catch, punish them very well, so that they know that this is not acceptable for their own sake. Because right now, they are not thinking about themselves, they are thinking about the immediate gain because of the hardship that the system has given to them. Let me leave it here first.
Okay, let me disagree with quickly.
It's okay.
Life preservation is self-instinct, it's first thing. And to say that first responders are to be government people, that's not true. Under that bridge, that's Liverpool. Do you know how many private citizens do business there every day? Daily, it's a market on its own. So it's usually even around, I hear this thing, people say it all the time. When Anthony Joshua's accident happened, people say it's government first, as if government was waiting at the scene at that particular scene.
We have a problem with response.
We do have a problem with response. But it can be faster, but it cannot always be government that responds first to every incident. This particular incident, government would respond. Government did respond. Government was able to curb this situation from getting, this is a hazardous, an inflammable. People responded out of their greed. People responded because they don't value their own lives, and I agree with you. Valuing your own life is more. You don't expect somebody to value your life if you don't value your life. You showed up at that place, and you want somebody else to be responsible for your life.
We're saying the same thing.
But actually, you're saying the same thing.
We're saying the same thing. So let me just put something in perspective.
It is not survival.
Before we're saying the same thing in two different ways. I did not say that other people cannot be held accountable. I was suggesting that if government is usually the first responder, they can save people from themselves. There's a reason people say you can save somebody
in a few seconds
from
they respond
themselves.
But they came and saved. They did
that's what I'm saying. But people were already there scooping field. So guess what my analogy?
There are two things at play, and both are right.
And quickly, I'm not saying, of course, it's government's responsibility. I'm not even going to smile about it, right? The people who are working and doing businesses there do not have the capacity to cordon off the area themselves. So they need government help to do that.
Did intervene there.
No, I'm not saying they did not. You are not listening to me. I'm not saying they did not. I'm saying
discussing the
if they had come in earlier, those people wouldn't have gathered there before government gets there. So government would have been able to cordon off the area before those people, as they are coming, you are now driving them.
That being said, there are multiple layers of government for a purpose. Under that bridge are local government representatives who collect money on a normal day, and they are always there. Under that bridge, there will be police officers and non-LASEMA. So if we have situations like that, it's not for lack of government that we saw that video. For the number of minutes the video was there. So we can actually still say lack of government presence. At the same time, lack of value for human life by the individuals who don't value their own life. But let me hear
I want to
you
go from another angle. You see, prevention is better than cure.
100%.
So, where I will blame the government now, from a totally different angle, is what are you doing to prevent these incidents from happening? Look, I keep on sending videos to the producer. I'm driving on that Lekki road. Trailers every night. You will see them.
No lights.
No lights.
Nothing at the back.
Front and back.
That's a crisis waiting to happen.
Then the worst part, they are speeding. That's trailer that
Anthony Joshua ran into. This particular one
was speeding before he upturned. Now they are allowed to do this on a daily basis. They will sweep you off the road. They will. They are reckless drivers. They are not collecting. Look, I keep saying, until the companies are fined huge amounts of money, the owners of these trailers, the owners of these trucks are fined, these things will not cease to happen.
I agree with you, absolutely.
If they don't, so me, that's why I'm saying I'm taking it from a totally different angle. And my angle is prevention is better than cure.
Love it. So we'll take a break. When we come back, we put the blame where the blame should be. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Never man picking.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to E-Splash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's YourView of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Apapa. I know that.
I go shoot can for you.
You already know, guys. E-Splash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's E-Splash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive. We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Now hope
they carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we stand gidigba.
Hope they waka with us for downfall.
They gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit in no fit scatter. Hope na that pikin where they read ABCD
and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama where they fry akara, we see the reason say
tomorrow go soft for am.
Naija,
your freedom na promise.
Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We cash. The game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So YK took us to a very, very valid point. The point of prevention is better than cure. And we've seen this play out in many other areas where we see potential crisis and we don't deal with potential crisis. We now leave ourselves to deal with the crisis. And like the proverb, a stitch in time saves 9. So when we don't deal with one, we are now doing multiple. there was a time that we had this Liverpool Bridge crisis back to back, where trailers were always filling brick and fire was happening. And we had analysts come on the show back to back for several years ago, and they said that there was a particular kind of valve, kits and valve they use for the particular, what do you call that stuff? Is it trailer or the tankers?
Independent petroleum practitioners of Nigeria was on the show.
And it was meant to be compulsory, and they did not allow it. It wasn't implemented.
They were not enforcing it.
That if every trailer, every tanker has the kits, we will not have fire incidents when trailers fall. We might not be able to prevent accidents from happening and trailers falling, but it will be like an anti-leak kind of thing within the tankers. And we haven't implemented it. So for me, this is not a failure of the driver or the company, is a failure of systems that have allowed this. And BC was saying, catch the people that are packing the fuel, flog them, put them in community service, do like everybody, do frog jump all the way. Like, let us do some, because you can't arrest them. We don't have space to keep them. But if there are penalties seen immediately, we might be able to prevent people doing that kind of thing going forward.
We live in a system where there are no penalties. The only time you pay is if you are fighting government, or if you are a crooked politician. Just join the ruling party. Everything will be swept on that. It's true. I'm just trying to tell you how our system works. If I have friends in government, all my sins are forgiven. If I don't have any friend in government, what beside me and my generation? That is our system. Now,
and it's a system that
a lot of these trailers are owned by these people. They're not owned by me. They're owned by people, and so nobody is holding them accountable. Until you hold people accountable, these things will continue. Once there is no punishment, things will continue. We are a country where impunity. You get away with things. Now, look at these people. People are saying, oh, it's poverty mentality. All these people that were under the bridge. It's not poverty. It's not poverty mentality. It's greed. It's the greed that we have learned over the years from successive governments. We have watched people amass wealth greedily. So we have become a greedy nation. Everybody here is greedy.
So when Nima was talking about
I am greedy.
Thing,
if Obiajulu gives me plantain chips, I'm greedy. I don't want to share the plantain chips. I keep it in my bag.
Thank you for confessing. Thank you for confessing.
I say we are a greedy nation.
That's not greed. That's not greed.
I'm not exonerating myself. Why I'm saying that is I don't want to exonerate myself.
Yes, we're all greedy.
We are a greedy nation.
Yes. Can I ask you that greed you're talking about?
Right.
Every human being is greedy. We are all greedy, right? But the greed that takes you to a level where you do not see danger is what I'm talking about.
No, not just that. That's one, but also greed greed unchecked, based on lack of systems. So there is, like there is one is not seeing danger.
Yes.
Two is the fact that
you're not thinking of the consequences.
Self-preservation.
You're not thinking self-preservation.
How will you not think self-preservation?
It's deeper than greed.
You cannot see greed in its softest form is self-love. It's, to want something good for yourself. How can you want this kind of thing? How can you want death for yourself, or harm, or possible difficulty with life because of some damage that must have happened with this kind of risk?
You are not seeing the consequences because of where you are, not only physically, financially, and psychologically. There's a
because they're not thinking.
Yes, there's a way hardship will hit you. No, let's leave the general greed now that all of us are greedy, right? There's a way hardship. I've seen women who would walk into a shop and steal because their child needs to eat. There is no food anywhere. And they choose to, they are not thinking if I'm caught, if I'm embarrassed, if I'm shamed, if I'm beaten, if I'm arrested, let my child just eat. That's all they're saying. That's the level I'm talking about. That is the system that has enabled it to get to that level. Then we have other aspects of it where we now start holding each other accountable. We're not punishing them. We're not making them understand that your life should be more important to you. There are people who don't value their lives.
But when there is no system in place,
that's we're saying the same thing now.
Let me take this call. Welcome to the show. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Fantastic. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. My name is Uzochukwu.
Please go ahead with your contribution.
I love your name.
Thank you. I'm a first-time caller.
Oh.
Welcome to the show. But you took our clap. That's a good thing. You know, I hear different sides. Nima said something earlier that we have a culture before now where the saying is that no matter, I will not steal even if my children are hungry. Like I will find any other way. But YK's comments already has told you that the culture has shifted.
It has. Because
over time we've seen that people get away with stealing. People get away. So the real problem we have is lack of consequences. That's what has led to everybody just getting away.
So we have a culture, and I don't like to read it off the books, that we are these people. We were not these people.
No, we were not.
This example that they give to the black race now, that's not what we were. We were a sane client where everybody was proud with their labor. They were known for their hard work.
Morals.
And they had morals. And they had discipline. People had values where they would say, I will never. I come from a culture where I've heard, I cannot prostitute to feed my child. I will never, not be me go bump.
Same here.
Hold on, I'm going somewhere. This discipline eroded over the years because of, like you said, some people didn't have discipline and then there was no consequence and it was the big man that carry all. But the point is that with the way we've seen the gory pictures of people burning at places like this in Ikotu, pipeline vandalism everywhere, we've seen the bodies. What will be? We still don't have a reminder of what possible damage we will do to ourselves.
They don't care.
Imagine that you did not die from this fire, if there was a fire, but you live with the pain of it for life. You will not say the child you wanted to feed is the cause of it.
They are not seeing that.
We've also, over time, we've lost the culture of shame. Like there's some things you will not do because there is shame. But we've said that we've taken poverty as a way to rid ourselves of shame. However, there's something else. When I see these people gathering to scoop something, Nima made a very, very, very crucial point that will sort of take us a bit away from the topic of petrol tanker turning over to the fact that Nigerians loot. And we loot and see it as God has blessed me.
Yes.
We steal and see it as God has blessed me. Another person's misfortune is okay as long as it is blessing me.
Yes.
Somebody can lose, but it's okay as long as it's blessing me.
Yes.
So we saw it at NSAS where hoodlums opened the shop, took some things, and individuals now started going into the shops and started taking things that do not belong to them, even though they know the owner of this shop is a hardworking Nigerian.
When a government official
steals,
is taking things that don't belong to
allegedly.
Who did they teach?
What government?
There's a lesson passing down.
You will hear this. Okay, this one said, okay, he took the money, he has returned part of the money.
Don't chop the rest.
Well, people are watching.
Yes.
Now, you do not understand.
Culture.
Look, I will go back to this story. I'm sure I've said this story on this set before. When I was growing up, my grandmother fainted. We were it was Kingsway. In those days, there was Kingsway. It was a nice big shopping center. Do you know the number of Nigerians that came to help her? Nobody asked us for a dime. I was about 7. I was tiny. My grandmother was on the floor.
They didn't steal from her.
They didn't steal my mother's money.
No.
They were fanning. They were helping. Today, go and faint.
Your phone go first miss.
Now your phone will miss.
Your shoe.
They will take your video.
Your hair.
It will be like this. If they can take your nakedness and post it online, we have lost our values. So how are we going to regain those values? This is my point. While it is wrong for them to do what they did, it is dangerous for them to do what they did. Do they know any better? They don't. Because we have lost our values over I'm telling you.
How do we get it back? That's a very valid question.
How do we get our values back?
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we talk about entrenching the right values from the top to the bottom.
Yes,
stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to East Flash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's YourView of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Apapa.
I know that.
I go shoot out for you.
You already know, guys. E-Splash give you the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's E-Splash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
Our music and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith.
believing in rain and harvest. Hope is the youth, unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing.
To keep building, to keep hoping. Now hope.
They carry us.
Even when wahala dey choke, we stand gidigba. Hope dey waka with us for downfall.
It dey gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit e no fit scatter. Hope na that pikin wey dey read ABCD and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama wey dey fry akara, wey see the reason say
tomorrow go soft for am.
Naija,
your freedom na promise. Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement,
Two voices, two views, standing apart.
or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect,
Sound, are you ready?
and the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
You guys, this was just about Irasta and Rema now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP, but me I don't know, Sha. Cause fake blogs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TV center WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for?
No cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them, oh, and that's on periods.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment.
I low-key feel like an insider right now.
I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk. It's like Gist Express, premium gist on cruise mode. Always first, always next.
Clock it.
Clock it.
You know what, guys? I just joined.
Active.
Jens is right. All you're trying to say to you is, for your premium entertainment content, scan the QR code on your screen right now to join the TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel.
At age 22, he pulled off a major upset, defeating Sonny Liston to win the World Heavyweight Championship. That same year, he shocked the boxing establishment again by denouncing his birth name as a slave name and formally took the name Muhammad Ali, which was given to him by his spiritual mentor, Elijah Muhammad, leader of the Nation of Islam. For the next 3 years, Ali dominated the boxing arena. Then, on April 28, 1967, citing his religious beliefs, Ali refused induction into the US Army at the height of the Vietnam War. Ali was stripped of his championship and precluded from fighting by every state athletic commission in the United States for 3.5 years. Ali's message of black pride and black resistance to white domination was on the cutting edge of the civil rights movement. In October 1970, Ali was allowed to return to boxing, but his skills had eroded. On March 8, 1971, he challenged Joe Frazier, who had become heavyweight champion during Ali's absence from the ring. It was a fight of historic proportions, billed as the fight of the century. Frazier won a unanimous
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We're still having the conversation regarding the impunity, lack of consequences, lack of value of human life, and YK left us before we went to the break with a question on how do we bring back the values? How do we prevent this from happening? How do we get back to the people that rescue people? How do we get back to someone that when you see something wrong happening, you call it out. I'm like, no. You're like, everybody
find a way to
put their mouth together because we can all see that this is a danger to everyone involved. How do we get back there?
Let me talk of a personal experience. I have a well-established business. I spent a lot of money establishing it. There was a demolition that affected it in December. And right before me, I saw cutlasses everywhere flying.
Jesus.
They went for my CCTV, they went for my inverters, they went for my solar panels. They went for my everything, slashing, not because the demolition affected it. They demolished in such a way I can still rescue things. Before the boss will come to carry things, they thief them.
Oh no.
I had to call for help. And I saw that happen. And the people had someone amongst them who was able to reason that these people, we provided power for them. We connected power for them. We provided water for them to allow our business thrive. Nigerians. And the moment they had the first opportunity they had, they vandalized and entered and took it. It was not anybody, government, anything. It took sanity, people.
I want to just help you because I saw a post here. I say, it's Gen Zs, right? No,
this one not be Gen Z.
No, I want to explain something.
Don't blame Gen Zs.
When I was born and I was growing up, there were still values. So I grew up with those values. Then the next generation was born. Value started to drop.
When we were born, it started reducing.
It has started to reduce. By the time you born your own,
no value again.
We don't get value. So those ones don't even know anything. They are only living by what they have seen. And what they have seen is a valueless nation.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's how we now start to talk to ourselves, to start to instill values into ourselves. Because if we don't, by the time this last set born their own,
they'll be less.
They work on top head.
No value again. It will be less.
Let me take Yakub. Yakub has called in from Dokwemo. I'll take Yakub's call. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Carol.
Yeah, I totally agree with every one of you there in the studio. You have made a great response to this question and then this topic rather. truly, I agree that we have totally lost our values. The greediness is also there. The thief is there. The corruption is there. Everything gathered together inside a drum. And then, you see, the leadership in this country are not making something easy for us. And then because, look at our law. Because one of you rightly mentioned earlier, look at our law. Somebody took a lot of money, like 1 billion, 3 billion. Money is just nothing to our leaders. And then our law is allowing them to return little. And then Sisanima is there. There is a play bargain in our law. Who put it there? Because they know truly they are going to do this. See, the poverty level makes us not to follow our life. Let me say this again. You see, I heard you say earlier, when you have reviewed the paper, a government in this country wants to release a bandit. Imagine that kind of a nonsense. A bandit that carry weapons take another person's life. And then you want them to release them to society again, and then they will go back to take another person's life, and then you release them again. See, our law, there's nobody to enforce it. Even when you mentioned that the government is supposed to be there for, who's the government that also supposed to be there for? Because the locality around that under bridge, if somebody made a call that something like this is happening here, the government, those people that are supposed to come and enforce the law, they say what you concern, why we just go there? Because our law is left to us. This is bad. This is so bad. Thank God, good Lord, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, someone was saying, I think Nima said it earlier, someone said it on YouTube. They are not even supposed to be tankers on that bridge.
Yeah.
Nima mentioned it. Yeah.
They are not even supposed to be tankers on the bridge. What are tankers doing without getting? What are you doing on that bridge without getting? Nobody to enforce it. That is why you will go with that light at the back of your car. Nobody will. There was a time they said no trailer or tanker is allowed on the road before 10 o'clock. Do they do it? No, you see them on the road at all times of the day. Nobody to enforce it. Nobody will carry them. So they will continue. They will continue with this bad behavior.
There's also another root cause that I want us to explore, which links to what Nima rightly said when she had an issue with demolition in her business and all of that. We have grown into a culture of hating people we suspect are our betters, on the assumption that for them to be doing slightly better than I am doing, they must have eaten of government. We saw that play out during NSAS, where you people are fighting something else. They are getting into people's houses. They are raping people. They are getting into shops. They are looting. Bus drivers were being attacked because they owned yellow buses. How dare you? You must have gotten money. That's why they were damaging bus. So you know a bus driver, how they hustle to get that bus and do the business. They were even attacked. People that were in cars, vehicles, I was attacked as well. In vehicles going home, they were attacked. Once your car looks a certain way, you must have eaten off of government. So it's a culture that has gotten, I don't know where we got it from, but it has entered so deep inside that we now hate anybody that seems to be slightly better, anybody we perceive is slightly better. And that it will be shocking to you to know that that place that they are scooping that field now, it's not only poor people that are there, even people that are doing okay. Because after all, if somebody's lost, people that have businesses are there. Somebody's lost, it is my gain. How do we get ourselves out of that state of mind, that state of psychology where we think that but in fact, it's like what you call crab mentality. Yes, because you are slightly better, you have to go down. Any opportunity I have to pull you down.
Let me take Matthias' call. Matthias, welcome to the show. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the show. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. Go ahead with your contributions, please.
All right. So my point today is the system and we ourselves are all corrupt. Now, how do I come in here? This is the matter of values, morals. And what I'm trying to say is this. This is not something that started today. This has been long in existence. So we as humans, we have to correct our own ills before we start correcting the ills of the government. That is to say, societal ills, personal and value. Our own self should have corrected that incident before we start condemning the government itself. Because where I'm coming from, I just see that most people don't even value themselves. They don't value their life because of how the society has brought them. So if you value yourself, you value your life, to find a way around that situation before even the government comes in. Yes, we have our government to blame. There are delays and lack of structure. But before you start blaming the government, you have to look at yourself first and know how you can correct that ill. Because if you look at the video, you see that even a madman just comes there and just puts on a fire or throw a cigarette. That place is boom. Everybody goes off. So we have to correct that first personally before we start blaming the system and the government.
Thank you so much, Matthias. Let's come back to talking about how to improve values.
I wanted to talk about enforcement. So off the Liverpool Bridge into Tincan, you see every morning, I don't know what legitimized it, from that police station, you see people doing one way all the way to Tincan.
Doing what?
One way. Every morning in the dark, somebody will just flash, and that bridge is so tiny. So the bridge, has to divide into 3 sections. That part we used to get down, turn into Liverpool all the way to the island, it's a tiny bridge. Somebody will now divide it into to put his full lights on you. You're helpless. Tankers will climb the bridge. They're not supposed to use bridges around that area, except for specific bridges. They will climb it. And they don't even have a driving limit for cars. How many kilometers per hour should tanker drivers, loaded, unloaded, be driving? Who is on the road to enforce it? That's the part of government. But you see this story, I will not take it from the part of government at all. I will take it from the part of human selfishness. Because I saw that tanker yesterday, a bit perforated, raining inflammables on people. And people went there, considered it food. Where we are going to look for what we are going to eat. May we not find what will eat us. This is what will eat us.
I think that I'm also really, really happy that it did not get fatal.
I think it was diesel, it wasn't petrol. That's why, because if it had been petrol, it would have exploded.
Would have had something.
So, but that's not an excuse. I'm just saying.
I thought this is black. I didn't know this was black. Let's go on a break. His name is the local market that make it look like it's black. We'll take a break and return and continue with the show. I don't use diesel. At the I don't use this. We'll go on a break and we return. We continue with the show. We conclude on this topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to Splash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Apapa. I know that.
I go shoot on for you.
You already know, guys. Splash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's Splash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith,
Believing in rain and harvest. Hope is the youth unafraid to rise,
rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices
refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Now hope.
They carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we stand gidigba. Hope they waka with us for downfall.
They gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit in no fit scatter. Hope na that pikin where they read ABCD and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama where they fry akara, we see the reason say tomorrow go soft for her.
Naija, your freedom na promise. Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments, just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement,
two voices, two views, standing apart,
or an argument.
a battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect,
Sound, are you ready?
and the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
You guys, this was just about Irasta and Rema now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP. But me, I don't know, Sha. Cause fake blogs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TV Center WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for
No, no cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them, oh, and that's on periods.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and almost they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no...
And non-violent opposition against segregation in the South, influenced by Mahatma Gandhi. The peaceful protests he led throughout the American South were often met with violence. Nonetheless, Dr. King and his supporters were persistent and the movement gained momentum. Dr. King was a powerful orator. He appealed to Christian and American ideals and won growing support from the federal government and Northern White. In 1963, Bayard Rustin and A. Philip Randolph led the massive march on Washington for jobs and freedom. The event's grand finale was King's famous I Have a Dream speech. 250,000 people gathered outside the Lincoln Memorial to hear the stirring speech. In 1964, the civil rights movement achieved two of its greatest successes: the ratification of the 24th Amendment, which abolished the poll tax, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which prohibited racial discrimination in employment and education and outlawed racial segregation in public facilities. In the same year, King became the youngest person to win the Nobel Peace Prize. In the late 1960s, King openly criticized U.S. involvement in Vietnam and turned his efforts to winning economic rights for poor Americans. He was a leader of the American Civil Rights Movement and organized a number of peaceful protests as head of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, including the March on Washington in 1963. He was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee on April 4th, 1968.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. As we conclude on this topic, we're trying to think of all the possible solutions to prevent this from happening in future. Prevent us from having tankers tipping over, preventing spilling of fuel, and preventing Nigerians scooping the fuel like it is free for all. Final words from you, ladies.
Yeah, I would say a better transport infrastructure and tanker regulations to, like YK rightly said, to avoid. Prevention, they say, is better than cure. We also need to have community leaders and influencers talk about this often. The community members need to be educated, and this is us now holding everybody accountable. So even before the security officials and government officials get in there to cordon off the area, the people who are in that area can cordon it off, holding it for, you know, the security officials, because first of all, it's even the people in the area that will start scooping first as others are joining. So we need to hold ourselves more accountable, understanding the danger. Even if it doesn't affect you directly, there are ripple effects. Somebody who that fire has caught can even lose, forget about their family, become orphans, you know, live with the bonds. That's if you don't even die in the first place. So we need to do better. We need to do better.
Okay, so the jingles are out there every day telling us to stay away from, you know, leaking fuel and all of that, and stop scooping it. Obey this jingle. Preserve your own life. That's all I was saying.
Value your life. Okay.
I think what we need to do, I agree with everything Obiajulu said. Just to add to it, I think, how are we going to get our values back? We need to find a way that we can now hold ourselves accountable. Government has to be held accountable. Things are consequences. There have to be consequences for bad behavior. And we have to see it, because that's one way of us. Because once I know that if I do this, this will happen, I will check myself. But since we don't see consequences,
people just get away with it.
So I think
the rules must be complied with. And I think that that's the biggest lesson we've learned from this. This is avoidable if everybody followed the rule. The tanker will not be on the bridge if they followed the rule. If the tanker had the safety kits, there will be no spillage. If we follow the rule, prevention is better than cure.
those small bridges, those small bridges on by stadium, you will see trailer on top those bridges.
Which they said is illegal. No, but that's the thing. Implementation of the rules will save us a whole lot. However, we're moving on to another topic entirely. Lately, the Lagos State government environment has major talking points, you know, both on the streets and online. In recent weeks, we've seen videos of refuse piling up in different parts of the state. Even on the show, we've complained about it. At the same time, the Lagos State Environment Task Force has been arresting residents for indiscriminate waste proposal. While many Lagosians blame the situation on the Lagos Waste Management Authority, others insist there's no excuse for turning our roads and neighborhoods into dumping grounds. So this morning, we are joined by the man at the center of this responsibility, Dr. Muyiwa Gbadekeshi. He's the Managing Director and CEO of LOMA. You can join this conversation and complain and rant. Call us on 020-1635-2012, or you can call us on 020-1635-2011. Tweet to us, comment on YouTube. We'd love to hear from you. Now, the question to you, sir, is that the refuse are piling up on the streets of Lagos, and Lagosians are saying your ministry, your agency is to blame. What is your first response to this complaint, sir?
Well, good morning, and thanks for having me. And good morning, Lagos. Well, our response is simple. When we talk about the environment, it's something that affects every single one of us. A clean environment is a prerequisite to good health. So it's a collective exercise. In the law in Lagos, every single resident is required to, number one, containerize their waste. That means you must have a bin in your house to keep your waste. Secondly, you must register with your PSP operator. That's the waste collection company assigned to your area. And thirdly, you must pay your bills on time, so that those PSP operators can run their businesses and service you regularly. On the part of Lagos Waste Management Authority, where we are a regulatory authority, however, we have backup services. Wherever there is indiscriminate dumping or illegal dumping by those who decide to circumvent the law, we have capacity to clear that waste. And we also monitor the activities of the PSP operators. And one of the things that we say repeatedly to Lagosians is that even if you have issues with your waste collection, whether it's delay or the PSP operator is late, you can always reach out directly to LOMA. And we have a variety of channels that we provided for that. And we can respond within 24 to 48 hours. So really, there's no excuse for people to dump their waste on the roadside. There was a time when people were bringing their waste to the median in Lagos, but that time is past. That is not the system. So what we're doing today is pleading with Lagosians to please stop bringing your waste to the median. We don't want it on the median.
Okay, let me ask why Lagos is still looking dirtier despite the enforcement. What do you think is the cause? Because I know that Lagos State is doing a lot to ensure that Lagos is cleaner, but it seems as if, as they are doing, it's getting dirtier. What do you think is the reason behind it?
Well, Lagos is in some ways a victim of its own success. We have the most advanced infrastructure in Lagos. It's the center of excellence. And you can see in the last few months, there's been rapid improvement in infrastructure with the commencement of services on the Blue Line a couple of years ago. The Red Line is also in operation, and we're already beginning work on the Green Line. So everybody wants to come to Lagos. Our projected population is, according to the State Bureau of Statistics, is 27 million. And I can tell you from our studies that 2 to 3 million of those people are living out in the open. So you have a large unaccounted population. They're living in shanties, they're living under bridges, they roam about on the roads. So that's a big contribution to some of the waste that you see on the street. Even on these streets that we're talking about, we have 1,000 routes that we're cleaning daily using our street sweepers. There's 16,000 of them. You can see them working every day, including Saturdays and Sundays. But you just have this large unaccounted population, and that's something that we need to address as a community. What do we do to provide and bring people from outside, from under the bridges, from shanties, so that they can be part of a structured waste collection system? And of course, part of the filth that you see is from people who still insist on indiscriminate waste dumping. They toss waste out of their windows. They're walking along and they drop waste on the road. And this is antisocial behavior. And we plead with people to stop. And if you see such activities, we also invite you to report them through our toll-free lines. And many of the enforcement activities you see by the Ministry of Environment, by Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps, that's KAI, is from reports from people like you. So you can report on 070 80 60 10 20. That's a direct line to LOMA. It's a free phone call. And we'll respond. We'll come and do the investigation and we'll do the necessary arrests. Last year alone, we identified 1,070 waste infractions. 447 of them were taken for prosecution. In fact, one of the most egregious, I just want to finish on this because it's not just unaccounted people that are responsible for indiscriminate dumping. We caught a man who took a Honda SUV to Tinubu Fountain in Lagos Island, and his trunk was loaded with waste. He's currently serving a 13-month sentence at Kirikiri.
Okay, sir. Is LOMA overwhelmed because, or has there been a system breakdown? It used to be the norm that, I had said on the show how I saw, LOMA sweeping and clearing the median on the Badagry Expressway all the way to Abule Ado at 12 midnight because I drove at the time. And every morning now I drive through Apapa from Bega, Monda Bridge to Koko. It's all littered by your left and right. It's everywhere.
Those
littered.
Women are no longer sweeping.
Is it that the system is overwhelmed or there's been a system breakdown?
You will explain where you are at 12 midnight.
Exactly. I was collecting my rice new. I was with my husband. Thanks a lot.
You were flying.
All right, over to you.
Yes, we have, from time to time, we experience capacity issues. The last few weeks is mainly because of the heavy rainy season. We haven't had a dry season. During the dry season is when we can do maintenance on the dump sites that we use for disposal of waste. And whenever there are queues at the dump sites, there's a ripple effect such that the PSP operators are not able to come on time. So we're experiencing that right now. But it's going to be, that will be resolved in the next few weeks. However, one of the challenges with waste management in Lagos is the infrastructure. We're in the process of upgrading infrastructure. I mentioned the dump sites. We're now decommissioning those dump sites and replacing them with transfer loading stations and material recovery facilities, which is a more modern mode of processing, treating, and disposing waste. Okay. In addition, we've signed MOUs for construction of waste-to-energy plants, which will enable us to dispose of waste in a clean, safe, and sustainable manner so that we won't need to have dump sites any longer. So yes, we may have some challenges, but you can be assured that Lagos being the center of excellence, we do not rest until we resolve those challenges. But that's not to say that people should feel that they can dump waste on the roadside. We don't want that. And like I said, reach out to us. We'll factor you into our backup collection system. Don't bring your waste to the median. I can't say that enough.
do you think that Lagos residents are being blamed unfairly?
In terms of
the dirting, the cause of the dirt.
Yeah, because you know when you were making your comments earlier, you even mentioned the fact that I know you've repeated putting the waste on the median. That we totally are against. But within my, I live in an estate. Within my estate, we had 2 days a week where refuse were being picked up, and the conversation online is that. From the government side is, oh, people are not managing their waste well. What they were supposed to pick it up twice in a week, and they're not picking it up anymore. So we have people's front of their houses full of bin, and we pay. So it's not a case of not paying. So do you believe that, like Wake asked, that residents are being unfairly blamed for the inefficiencies within LOMA? No, PSPs.
No, well, it's not an issue of blaming. It's what we're trying to do is to inform people about what they can do when there are delays. Okay. I understand, and I always like to put myself in the place of the average resident. It's particularly annoying when you have your waste bin filled and overflowing, and no one is coming to collect it. That's why I'm putting us forward as LOMA, that if you reach out to us, we will respond and we'll do something about it. You don't need to stress yourself too much. No matter where you are in Lagos, if you report to LOMA 070-8060-1020, we will find a solution for you. So that's what we're saying. We're not trying to blame anyone.
Okay. I also wanted to ask, I mentioned the PSP. Now, the PSP has been in use across Lagos for several years. And the question is if they have outlived their usefulness, do we need to completely overhaul the system? And what are the possible evaluations that LOMA is doing to manage the inefficiencies within PSP?
No, the PSP system has come to stay. They're doing a very, very difficult job under difficult conditions. So what we're doing is introducing ways or looking for ways to support the PSP operators to upgrade their infrastructure, to acquire new equipment. We want a standard in Lagos where we're using CNG or electric vehicle compactor trucks. And we're looking for ways to support them to be able to upgrade that system. In addition, we are introducing transfer loading stations and material recovery facilities to improve their turnaround time so that they can work faster and clear your waste on schedule as supposed to be on paper. If we don't make those necessary investments, we'll continue to experience challenges. And yes, when we're talking about overhaul, that doesn't mean that we want to get rid of the system. We want to improve it. And you can tell from the themes plus agenda of the state government, that plus is inclusivity. That means we want to carry everyone along. We're going to have a process of review of the waste management laws in the state so that the public and every stakeholder will be able to contribute to that. We're starting that from next month, so that in the next 6 months, you should have a new system, and we'll be coming on here to talk more about that as we go along.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that as well. You know, what is Loma doing more to ensure that they have a seamless activity? And I wanted to know if there are more things in store for us. Are you trying to get more trucks in? How are you revamping the structure specifically? What's more are you adding to what you've already mentioned that Loma is already doing?
Absolutely. One of the things that we're excited about is unlocking the circular economy opportunities. In the law, for example, we're exploring making it mandatory for you to sort your waste at source. But in order to do that, if you're sorting your waste, and I know many of the people listening to us today actually do sort their waste, and then they experience challenges with collection of that sorted waste.
Yeah.
So that's one of the infrastructure that we need to provide. We need to be able to collect your sorted recyclables on a separate day from your bulk waste that's destined for the landfill.
Very important.
So in order to do that, and then we are also looking for ways to provide incentives for you. That means you make money for the sorted waste that you've collected. I can tell you that in Lagos, our estimate of the value of the circular economy is about $2.5 billion. And we believe that we can unlock that value by applying best principles and creating the necessary infrastructure. So we're excited about that, and this is going to form part of the public discussion in the next few months. We want people to contribute to this so that they can embrace it. You know, like we say, you can't shave someone's head in their absence. So if the public is engaged in this conversation, we want people to contribute into the new law so that we'll have greater compliance and greater participation when we eventually implement it.
Okay, so this unlocking should be very alacrity and urgent. Well, you mentioned earlier that the man whose under was found at the Lagos Island dumping waste at a very popular landmark is serving jail term, and I'm wondering, is arrest and jail term, deterring enough, as opposed to some suggestions that it should be serving maybe public service.
Community service. For
community service, where he's uniformed in a particular way, publicly carrying out his term, as opposed to just sitting with other criminals and maybe
learning more bad things,
getting worse.
Yes, you're correct. We actually, the majority of those who are found guilty are engaged in community service.
Okay.
But we leave the magistrates to decide what the sentence will be. And I believe because this particular offense was so egregious, I mean, Tinubu Square, Tinubu Fountain, these are historic landmarks. I don't think we should be defacing those locations no matter what. And he brought his car there in the middle of the night to dump the waste. So I think that should be frowned upon. I think the sentence is appropriate. But yes, we do have a lot of offenders.
What do you think was going through his head? I mean,
I can't.
Why Tinubu Square? Why the fountain?
So I don't know. I can't pretend to know. I have my suspicions, but
so maybe you need to, in addition, some people need psychoanalysis or something.
Evaluation.
So that's interesting. I'm glad you brought that up. I think maybe we need to start taking some of these offenders for psychiatric analysis.
Yes.
Psychiatric
evaluation.
The entire half of Lagos population will end up needing, in fact, proper mental.
We
are going through a whole lot. Are coming from a lot.
I'm the coach here, so I will do the psych evaluation for you people.
I want to ask you about the land fields. Olushosun is an eyesore. There's been improvements, we must say. However, there is a huge room for more improvement. And there are many landmines like that the development of Lagos and the successfulness of Lagos management has gotten so close to the land fields that they can no longer function there. So some are being shut down. And There are reports that the shutting down of the landfill is what is leading to the challenge with PSP, because PSPs now have to drive a longer distance to dump their waste, and so it's clogging up the system. What do you have to say about this, sir?
Yes, I believe you're referring to the Solus 3 landfill at Igondo, which is just as much of an eyesore as Olushosu.
Yes.
And also happens to be right beside Alimosho General Hospital and abutting a thriving community. And we made the decision that this location is a public health hazard. And as a matter of fact, we reopened a small material recovery facility right next to that dump site as an alternative for the PSP operators. And as of today, about 20 to 25 trucks can dump in that facility every day. And we still allow some trucks to enter the dump site, but only at night, just to relieve some of the pressure. Some of those trucks are so old that they can't make the trip to the alternative site at Badagry. And even at the Badagry site, we have issues because of the not in my backyard phenomenon. Nobody wants a landfill in their community. And because Lagos is so small in terms of landmass, we have limited locations where we can put a landfill. And that's why we've embarked on construction of a more modern system of managing waste. From the center of the city, we'll have transfer loading stations, one at Olushosu and one at Solus 3, the one I just talked about in Igodo. And from those locations, we can take bulk waste in trailers to the new material recovery facilities in Ikorodu and Badagry, where that waste can be sorted, the organic waste to be converted into compost, the plastics will be taken out and used to manufacture waste bins, which we can distribute free to residents. The metals will be taken out as well. And whatever is left, which will be about 10% of the original volume, will be buried in a engineered landfill on the same location. These are 42 to 50 hectare sites.
Okay, is there a possibility of converting this waste to power?
Absolutely. In fact, we have a pilot project now at Ikosi Fruit Market in Ketu, where we are converting fruit waste, rotten pineapples, rotten watermelons, into biogas, which is used to power a generator that powers lights for the market. And in addition, some of it is used for cooking as well. So it's a small biodigester that can take about 500 kilograms a day, 1 ton. You can see the operation on your camera. And we want to replicate this to every market in Lagos that generates large volumes of organic waste. As you know, we have a lot of problems with waste management in our markets. So this is a modern model that we've piloted successfully. It's going to be launched next month. What you're seeing is the testing. We're going through testing and training of the staff. And we're also going to introduce this to communities around the state so that not just the solid organic waste, but even liquid organic waste in some cases can be used in situ in the community to produce biogas that can power that community. So that they're basically modular waste-to-energy plants. So we must think differently and we must innovate in order for us to solve these solutions. And I believe this is something we can all do together. There are opportunities. Many of those listening to me have they're very passionate about the environment. And I also encourage you to reach out to the Ministry of Environment, reach out to Loma with your ideas and, with your pocketbook, because you can invest and you can make money in the waste sector. And that's why we say waste to wealth.
Awesome. Okay, you had a question.
Yeah, it was the same. I was going to ask because I'd watched I think Iceland or somewhere, where they turned their waste into electricity. So that was the same.
Yes,
same question I was.
So the larger scale project, we have a memorandum of understanding with an international firm, Harvest Waste, to build a waste to energy plant at Ekpe. This is a site of one of our closed dump sites. Now that waste to energy plant will take 1,500 to 2,000 tons of waste daily and generate 60 to 80 megawatts of electricity to serve the fast growing free trade zone, the Lekki Free Zone, the Deep Sea Port, the Dangote Refinery, the Lagos Film City, which is a new ongoing development, and the new international airport, the Lekki International Airport. So where the government, Lagos State government is thinking ahead, so that in the new areas like Ibejuleki and Ekpe, we won't have this problem that we have at Olusoso. We'll have modern, clean, sustainable disposal of waste to generate electricity for the businesses in that area.
Thank you so much, Dr. Muyiwa Gbade Geshin. We've been talking to the Managing Director and CEO of LOMA, and thank you for enlightening us. You didn't commit to the date we are going to be seeing new PSP trucks on our roads, but we believe that within this year, you'll come back and tell us when they hit the road and the other projects that you're working on. We hope to see a cleaner Lagos, and we intend to partner with you. Once again, I would say on his behalf, don't drop your waste on the medians. Please don't. Thank you so much for a wonderful show, ladies. Thank you, sir, for your time. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Thanks for having me.